What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and we are going over the greatest Royal Rumble, a supposed house show that just turned into this Wrestlemania caliber event. Like, it's literally probably worth more at this point than WrestleMania, at least for this year or the past couple of years, where the range of money that has been leaked out there or reported or however you want to call it is between the ranges of 100 to 200 million dollars just for the WWE to come over there to hold this event, which means, put it like this, most of the time when a promotion wants to come somewhere, they have to pay a venue fee, a city fee, depending on what all goes on in that area. Like if they need maybe like hotels for the wrestlers or venue space to do meet and greets or things like that. Certain companies have to pay for that out of pocket. I don't know if WWE has to pay for that because, as we know, most of the time when it comes to at least their big four pay-per-views, they have bidding wars for them. So it's the city who can contribute the most or give the most money, basically, gets these events. But in a situation like this, where Jeddah, Saudi Arabia is paying upwards to probably 200 million US dollars. So just imagine that number in whatever their currency is. And this is the beginning of a 10-year deal. Not just with WWE, but with a whole lot of different sporting organizations. So don't be surprised if you see something like this pop up in football, basketball, soccer. Just this is bigger than what we think it is. This is just the first step to something big. So, and this is a 10-year deal going on with WWE as well. So, we're going to get, maybe, I don't know if it's always going to be the greatest Royal Rumble. Maybe next year we'll get or even later this year, we'll get the greatest Survivor Series or the greatest no, not the greatest SummerSlam. Or we already got the greatest Royal Rumble. Could you imagine if they put WrestleMania maybe in like a year or two over there? Wow. It's just the idea of money. It's just the idea of money. Like, to be paid that much just to come over there to perform. And even the women who aren't even allowed to perform on the show are rumored to be getting a good payout not being able to perform over there, even though they have this whole women's revolution thing going on. Because I remember when they first started running the TV ads before everything just started changing week by week. And we're finally getting this, hopefully the final card. They said 9 title matches. And then it was Undertaker. They said Undertaker would be there. But they didn't say what kind of match it was. It wasn't Rusev versus Taker in a casket match. Then it was just Undertaker will be there and 9 title matches. And then it might have been in that same show, or it might have been on Raw. They first said 9 title matches. And I was counting. I was like, something's not right. Women can't do nothing over there. So what are these other two what are these other 2 titles? Are they going to do the NXT titles too? But it was supposed to be the women at first. And then I think the SmackDown after that, they changed it to 7 title matches. Undertaker and Triple H versus John Cena, if I remember correctly. And then they added the there's one match on here. They added one more match. Rusev, Taker. Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting to add the Greatest Royal Rumble match. So, either way go, they were at first advertising the Yeah, that's what happened. It was 9 title matches and then the Greatest Royal Rumble. So it still don't. 9 title matches and Greatest Royal Rumble. I swear Undertaker was always like supposed to have a singles match here. Whatever. Point is, this thing is going to be on the level of WrestleMania. This is WrestleMania Part 2. This is basically WrestleMania Part 2. So let's just go through this really quickly. I've done enough rambling. I don't feel like starting over again. So let's just go through this card real quick. Starting with Undertaker Rusev in the casket match. I will be completely shocked if Rusev... What is his real name? Wait, can we go back for a second? I can't even pronounce that. Like, I'm not gonna try. But I never... Moraz Slazvov? Nope, not even gonna try. Rusev versus The Undertaker. I'd be really surprised if Rusev wins this match. I'm just gonna go with Taker. It's just a safe bet. John Cena versus Triple H. Cena got squashed at WrestleMania. Triple H technically didn't lose. Stephanie did at WrestleMania. So he has a little bit less loss of baggage on him. So John Cena got squashed. So John Cena. Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto. We're going to go with Cedric Alexander. Just because Cedric Alexander, he just got the title belt. And why would you switch? There's another rumor going around that at least, if not all, but up to 4 title belts are guaranteed to switch hands tomorrow morning. So I don't think the Cruiserweight title is going to be one of them. The Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. I'm going with the Bludgeon Brothers. That's for the SmackDown Championships. The Woken family versus the Bar for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Going with the Woken Wyatt. Woken Wyatt. Same difference. Woken Matt, Woken Bray, and Woken Wyatt. Same difference. Just because why go through all that? It will be totally WWE of them to make this all convoluted, like have Sheamus and Cesaro win the tag team titles for Raw, even though they're on SmackDown, and try to explain it and don't really explain it, and then they just somehow end up back on Raw. That seems very WWE, but I would just hope they just keep it simple and just let Bray and Matt win the titles. Same thing with Jeff and Jinder. Jinder, he was US champion. He was drafted to Raw. On the night he was drafted, he lost the title to Jeff. Jeff is now on SmackDown. Jinder is on Raw. Jeff's on SmackDown. He should keep the title. And now that I think about it, that means for the rest of the night, there are going to be title belts switching hands if the rumors are true. Which, I don't know. Like, I'm really watching this show for the unpredictability of what could possibly happen tomorrow. Because wait till we get to some of the things that are happening in the Royal Rumble itself. So then we have AJ versus Nakamura for the WWE Championship. I can actually see Nakamura winning this just because the heel turn and everything that he's done to AJ Styles and AJ's friends over the past couple of weeks has been great heel work on Nakamura, so I can see them giving him finally the WWE title. And then I don't know, but do you because then you gotta think about Backlash is next week as well. So do you really want to have AJ lose here, then have AJ lose again at Backlash when Shinsuke, as good as he is, he's been on a terrible losing streak on the main roster. So he could lose one more and then win it at Backlash, and then you can start from there. Like, have him lose via DQ or something, not via pinfall or submission. So I can see Nakamura winning, but also AJ could lose it as well. Well, retain it, I should say. What the hell is his name? His name really is Alan Jones? Oh, my lord. Then we have the Intercontinental Ladder match that is scheduled for a Fatal 4-Way, but I have seen the promotions for a 5-way ladder match, including Bobby Lashley. But if he's not in that match, it will be a 4-way between The Miz, Joe, Balor, and Rollins. Rollins being the champions. I'm like really going in looking at some of these real names, and some people got like, you know, regular names, but you got some of these people who are from not from America. What? That does not matter. Does not matter. So, I'm just gonna go with Seth to retain. He just got it. Why? Why? Why would you take it off Seth? Seth is like the best thing on Monday nights right now, other than no. No, Seth is the best thing on Monday nights right now. What else is on Monday nights? You have the women's division that really isn't doing anything. Tag team division that really isn't doing anything. Seth is the mid card, and you just got Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar to make. Yeah, Seth is the best thing on Monday nights right now. So why would you take the title off the best thing on Monday nights? Especially if you have in the next match a steel cage match for the Universal title. Think about that. Could you? When was the last time, if ever, we had a casket match, a ladder match, a steel cage, and a Royal Rumble in the same night? That's like we have like the TLC pay-per-view, which has like chairs match, or ladder match, table match, and then a TLC match. But these are all like headlining type main event match types that are gimmicky. Like a casket match is something that you don't really see at all anymore unless it's on the indie scenes or something. A ladder match, they do ladder matches a lot, but it's still like a big deal, kind of. Cage matches, they have scaled down a lot on, because there are a lot of different types of cage matches just on different like scales. You have your elimination chambers, your Hell in a Cell, your regular steel cages, your Punjabi prisons. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that one. But you see what I'm saying? But a regular steel cage match is something that you don't see that often anymore. And then a Royal Rumble match is literally supposed to be once a year. And this is the second one we're getting, and we're getting it with 50 men. So this pay-per-view is like pay-per-view. Like, is out of nowhere. So Finn's gonna retain unless they're gonna be really weird. Let's go back over it. Unless they're gonna be really weird, you're gonna have Rusev beat Undertaker just to start giving him a real push. John Cena's still gonna win. Cedric Alexander's still gonna win. The Bludgeon Brothers should still win. And then if you want to start giving people a headache and questioning the writing staff, Sheamus and Cesaro's gonna win. Jinder Mahal's gonna win. Nakamura's gonna win. Samoa Joe could win. That way, if Roman Reigns wins, you can do Samoa Joe, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, at Backlash. And then we go to the Greatest Royal Rumble. There's so many things about this match. First of all, Rey Mysterio is going to be in here, and a lot of different like returning or talents we don't see a lot. Vince McMahon might be in the Royal Rumble. The Prince of Saudi Arabia himself might be in a Royal Rumble match. It was also something about they have like 10 prospects that they have 10 prospects they want in a Royal Rumble match, and like maybe like one or two of them might actually be in it, and one of them might actually win to build a new type of star. There's so many things that could happen. We don't really know what the winner of this match gets, but other than a trophy, but what if the winner of the match actually gets a title shot? Are they really going to propel this Saudi guy? So that's racist. Are they going to really propel this newcomer right in the number one contention? Is it going to be against Roman Reigns? Like, think about that. Think about you have this newcomer come in, win the title or win the Rumble, go on to a title match against Roman Reigns, the guy Vince has been building. Now, just imagine, this is Vince's. What if this is Vince's last big outing? And it's to embark on this new era. And then he gives control. Like, what? Like, think about it. I don't think anybody has thought about that. What if this is Vince's big grandstand? What if this is his last hurrah? What if this is Vince's, like, I'm finally going to pass the reins over to Triple H and Stephanie and Shane and let them run the company? Like, nobody has thought about that one or even, like, mentioned it that I know of. Like, what if this is Vince McMahon's, like, let me have my last little Lego set. let me have this. And then after that point, y'all can have it. Like, wouldn't that make sense on why this is coming at such a weird time? Because we're about 2, if not 3 weeks removed from WrestleMania. We're 2, if not 1 week removed from the Superstar Shakeup. And now we're having this, like, WrestleMania 2.0? What if this is, like, Vince McMahon's, like, okay, we just signed this 10-year deal, and this first one is going to be epic. Let me have my way. And then I will let you guys do what you want to do, and I will step down, and I'll go work on the XFL. Some major shit could happen tomorrow morning. Like, we could be waking up tomorrow morning to a new reality. Like, what if that actually happens? And when it comes to the world of professional wrestling, if this is Vince McMahon's last stand, a lot of shit could happen. Like, I was just saying, like, well, if that's the case, Undertaker's going to win. John Cena's going to win. Kalisto's going to win because Cedric Alexander is Triple H's boy. The Usos are going to win. Sheamus and Cesaro are going to win. Jinder Mahal's going to win. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win. The Miz is gonna win and break. I think if the Miz wins, he's gonna break Jericho's record. Roman Reigns is gonna win, and who in the hell knows who's gonna win the Greatest Royal Rumble? Like I said, the winner doesn't get anything. It'd be different if the winner got, like, at SummerSlam, the winner gets a title shot of his choosing. That'd be different. But what are they getting? So, does it really matter? I'm going with the Prince. I'm going with the Prince of Saudi Arabia to win. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. No, because then it'll be this big moment. If, like, think about it. If they're doing this 10-year deal in wrestling and the Prince is as much of a wrestling fan as I've been hearing and reading that he is, wouldn't it make more sense for him to get thrown out? That way he can come back the next time they do something like this and they can find a way to put him in a match if he's really going to be in here. So I can see that happening. Like, I can hear, like, I think JR and the King are hosting this, and it might be Michael Cole. I can hear them like boasting on, it's the Prince of the Saudi Arabia, and he's in the match. Then he gets eliminated. Oh my God. It's sad that I'm saying that the two people that could possibly win this are a new guy from that country or the Prince. Who the fuck else? Who else is gonna win? Who could win? Okay, let's just imagine if there is a title shot on the line. Of course, my first thought is going to be give it to Daniel Bryan. But I've also heard that most of the people that are still wrestling in some of these matches tonight are going to be in the Royal Rumble. So, technically speaking, throw a wild card out there. If AJ Styles loses the WWE title to Shinsuke Nakamura this night, and he enters the Royal Rumble, what do you think AJ that would be how he get his rematch? Instead of using his automatic rematch clause, which apparently the only person who gets the only person who gets a rematch now is Roman Reigns. Because everybody else, if you lost your title in the past couple of weeks, you have to go through a qualifying match to get it back. So, I'm sitting here thinking about it. Like, why am I talking? Why am I rambling? Like, what am I talking about? And then it's like I'm trying to figure out who's going to win this match, and it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter because we don't know if this is like trying to figure out if Dragon Ball GT is canon or not. This is really what this is like. This is like trying to figure out if you were going to put the Dragon Ball Z movies into canon, how would they fit? Like, this is like, how do you look at this card? Which, when you look at it, is a really good card. This is like one of the best cards that you could fantasy book if you wanted to fantasy book a WrestleMania card, but it was called the Greatest Royal Rumble. So let's go through this one more time. And this is going to be it. So, Taker versus Rusev. And I have to do this two ways. If we're looking at this as canon, and if we're looking at this as Vince McMahon's last stand. If we're looking at this as canon, or not, okay, non-canon. Okay, this is a series finale. Okay, let's think about this is a series finale. And if it's not a series finale. If this is not a series finale, Undertaker wins. Because Undertaker has been there with Vince forever. But if this is not, why not give it to Rusev to give him the push that he deserves? Cena versus Triple H. If this is the finale, you give it to John Cena so he can slowly start going off in the sunset, because I feel like there's a lot more you can do with Triple H. So, Cedric Alexander versus... Either way, if Cedric Alexander loses, somebody needs to be shot in the back. Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. If this is a season finale, you give it to the Usos just to say, what a Brock, like you're going to do later on. Or if this is the new era and Triple H is in charge, you give it to the Bludgeon Brothers to keep their championship reign going. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy versus Sheamus and Cesaro. If this is a season finale, you give it to the Bar. Because Sheamus is... Wait, that's actually a difficult one. Like, who do you give it to? I think you give it to Sheamus and Cesaro if you're going with a Vince McMahon ending. If you're not going with a Vince McMahon ending, you give it to Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. Just because that makes sense. Jeff versus Gender. If we're going with a Vince McMahon ending, we're going with Gender. If we're not, we're going with Jeff. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a difficult one. I actually feel like Vince would like AJ more than he would like Nakamura. Or maybe because, yeah, I feel like Vince is more of an AJ guy and Triple H would be more of a Shinsuke guy. So I'll go with AJ if we're going with a Vince ending. And Nakamura if we're going with Triple H ending. Miz if we're going with Vince. Seth Rollins if we're going with Triple H. Roman Reigns if we're going with Vince. Oh, that's a hard one. Doesn't even matter. Just Roman Reigns, period. That's what we can get this over with. So, greatest Royal Rumble. Shit. I don't know. Greatest Royal Rumble. I'm just going to say Daniel Bryan. I feel like that's something you give Daniel Bryan. It can, okay. Top five. Daniel Bryan. Bobby Lashley. Braun Strowman. Big Cass. My number 5, I'm going to go with a random spot. And it could be Vince, the Prince, or anybody else. But because it doesn't matter. But if I had to pick, whatever. So, like, I don't know what to pick. This is just me giving my thoughts on this. I don't know what could happen. Like, if you have a more concise list on what you think could happen on the show, please leave it down below. But I'm so, like, torn down the middle because I can see either or except Kalisto winning. Because it's such a weird thing. Like, it could be Vince McMahon's last swan song. This just could be the start of the 10-year deal. Why is it happening now? Like, out of all times, like, why now? Like, you could have squeezed this in somewhere between Backlash and SummerSlam. You know, but not now. Or what's the next pay-per-view? Like, Night of Champions and SummerSlam or something like that. Or, like, replace Night of Champions or something like that with this. But why now? I don't get it. If you get it, let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, this is just me rambling. I don't know what could happen. I honestly don't. It can go either or. Like, okay, I know I said this before. Last time, if I had to give my honest opinions on who I think I'm going to win, who thinks going to win, or I want to win. I want Rusev to win. I want Cena to win. I want Alexander to win. I kind of want the Usos to win. I want Matt and Bray to win. I want Jeff to win. I want Nakamura Styles. I want Nakamura to win. I kind of want Samoa Joe to win. And then I don't want either one of them. I don't want Brock. I don't want Roman. I don't care. If we can get Roman the title and then Roman loses it to like somebody else, that's fine. The Royal Rumble match, I'm going with, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know if they say like during the pre-match announcements, like the roll call, oh, this is a 50-man Royal Rumble match. Whatever intervals there are, if it's 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 30 seconds, you know, and then the winner of this match is going to get a title shot at SummerSlam. I'm going with Daniel Bryan. But if they don't say that, it doesn't matter. But if they say they get a title shot for whatever title they want, I'm going with Daniel Bryan. It just makes sense. So, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all in the description down below. Share this video out with your friends so they can be as confused as I am. Like, I'm really confused. I'm sorry. This is the most like non-coherent video I've probably ever done, but I'm so confused. I've listened to like podcasts and read reports up and down, and I still don't know what to make of this. It's like, as a fan of like getting wrestling more often than not, I appreciate that this is going to be like a 5-hour event of like what could be really, really fun to like great matches. But at the same time, when it comes to continuity and like building storylines and like giving me a reason to get invested in people, it's like, if you keep burying Rusev, how am I supposed to care? Like, Samoa Joe needs a title. Why not give him a title? But why would you give yourself the headache of trying to explain that in a week coming to Backlash? It's like, at the point where we are now, with how intertwined these matches are, and Backlash, which is going to be a co-branded event, and if certain people win certain matches, it's going to be a cross-promotion event with cross-promotion matches, Raw vs. SmackDown matches. It's like, what's the point of having a brand split? So, give me your thoughts down below. I'm done rambling. My mouth hurts. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, like I said, link down below. Share this out with your friends. Subscribe if you're new here, and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video goes live on the channel. Watch this video. All that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and with the headache that I just gave myself, I am out of here.